Sparta goes to war in today's Total War League Siege battle. And oh boy, is this a glorious siege battle as we are here with Chimeria's Chosen taking on Felanius Was Right in today's siege battle. And as always, it's good to see a team going with following their name. We actually have Chimeria here today, and yeah, this should be a fun one to see how they do. We saw them recently actually in a siege battle, and they didn't do so great. I personally don't think they're a great attacking force, but maybe that was the players using them. Maybe Chimeria's Chosen know the way on how to use them, because, you know, they are named after this faction. I feel like they should be pros with it. Very like sort of Greco-Scythian like hybrid faction, very, very cool. And they are joined by Sparta here today, a very, obviously very famous faction in Rome 2, but not necessarily the greatest faction in a siege battle, certainly not on the attack. Very much a heavy spear faction. Spears aren't great necessarily at pushing and breaking through those choke points when you need them to. On the defense today, we do have Felanius Was Right. They have the Aravaki, one of the Spanish factions, and then we have Armenia on the defense as well. So, I mean, the how this works in these group stages, as we are still in the group stages, is you obviously have to accumulate points to sort of progress. So the top teams with the most points progress first. So you get points if you win the siege. So that's like 3 points. 2 if you win on the defense. It's seen as defending is easier. And then you get bonus points if you use certain factions, because certain factions are better than others. For instance, like Rome gets you -5 points, while say, for instance, Sparta and also Chimeria, actually, funny enough, get you +3 points. So yeah, the attackers are going for a combined 9 points in this one, which is insane if they manage to win today. While the defenders will be battling for, well, Aravaki is worth 0, and Armenia is worth +1, so they'll be going for 3 points. So yeah, a lot more at stake for the attackers in Chimeria's Chosen than Felanius Was Right, but obviously both sides will want the win. We've seen Felanius Was Right play in the previous battles against E-tiers in an earlier like replay, that a couple of replays I did. So, and they lost both of those. Spoilers there, if you haven't seen those ones. They lost both of those. We haven't seen Chimeria's Chosen yet in action, so I'm excited to see how they do. But yes, if you're enjoying all the Rome 2 action and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. I'm really enjoying showing off these siege battles. They're really quick, high impacts, you know, lots of action, no messing about, and yeah, they're really, really fun. We're back on this desert map again. We've shown this one quite recently, I think with E-tiers and pike stackers. So yeah, very much the similar sort of maps are being used. I think there's like a couple that are using rotation between the groups, so you kind of fight on the same maps as fair. So we'll see Felanius attack on this map as well. So yeah, we're going to see this map a lot in my replays. So hope you don't get bored of it. But yes, get yourself some snacks, get yourself some drinks, and prepare for a glorious and high impact and high intensity siege battle. Already, Step Spearman here getting focused on. I don't know why Armenia's wasting ammo, his precious ammunition from his elite Persian archers here as well on these Step Spearmen. Definitely not worth shooting. You want to save that ammunition for the Royal Spartans that are about to be coming in. We have some Spartan youths that are getting sent in first as well. The great thing as well about these siege tournaments, I feel like, as well, is that we see lots of like units that you don't often see, for instance. And a lot more breaches being opened. Well, I say that. Last time we were on this map, we saw a couple of breaches opened here, but not this many. There's but 3 that have been opened. So, yeah, Chimeria's Chosen going for a lot of different options. It's actually not a bad idea, because it means the defenders have to defend all these choke points, keep troops in them, just to make sure that the attackers don't sneak a unit round the back. Yes, if you also want to send in any of your Rome 2 siege battles, then feel free to do so. The link to my Discord is down below in the description, and you're more than welcome to send your replays in for me to feature. I will eventually get around. I have had quite a few Rome 2 ones sent in recently, and I will get around to show them off. I'm just trying to get through like the Total War League Siege ones that have been sent in, because they do have a deadline, and they are coming on to the finals very shortly. And I want to make sure that I am ready and available, well, like up to date with basically everything before the finals take place. But yeah, so yeah, it looks like Sparta and Chimeria, they're doing okay to start with. I mean, they're facing off against Carl the Axeman. I'll get up the HUD so you can see like all the stats. But yeah, the Carl the Axeman here, 43 melee attack. I mean, the spears that they're facing off against 14, 44 from the Royal Spartans, and Spartan use at 18. Don't think they'll be breaking through anytime soon. Melee like defense as well, 51 is not too shabby. It's not as good as the Royal Spartans, but they're not defending, they're attacking. That's the difference here today. We're actually, yeah, having a bit of a sally out here from Aravaki, sending out Iberian swords, and they are going to take out those step spearmen there very easily. And then, yeah, the Spartan youths here, I guess I could mop them up. I think that is going to be the next line of defense, yeah. And in they go. They're going to try hacking and slashing their way through these guys. Spartan youths are definitely not very well armored. You know, they've not yet, I guess, proved themselves in Spartan society, so they don't get any armor. They're literally like given a tunic and a spear and told to go to war. Come back on your shield or die on it. No, that's not how it goes at all. It's like come back on your I don't know. You know what? I've actually generally forgotten the saying, like they say in 300. Shows how long ago it has been since I watched that film. It's like come back victorious or dead on your shield or something like that. I can't remember. Royal Spartans anyway. They're going in. And they're going to be taking on these Iberian spears, and that should be an easy victory now for the Spartans. But you can see another Stalael is going to take over here as the Hillmen are coming out. I wonder whether the defenders could maybe put some, like, maybe not this Iberian spears, tiny unit now, jeez. They could get some slingers or something up onto these walls and support their forces fighting outside the walls. Just to make it worthwhile, because I can't see these Iberians fighting outside the wall really being worth it. Or the Hillmen, like they're going to do here. And then there you go. Again, I don't see the spears even breaking through this Hillman line. To be honest, the step spears are just trash. They're just there, I feel like, just well, just to push up equipment or, I don't know, soak up ammunition, waste like javelin volleys. But they are actually winning in that fight, weirdly enough. Winning slightly the step spear. I'm surprised by it. 40 melee attack. Yeah, I don't know how they're winning that fight, but they are. Sparta is making a bit of progress, and he's actually going to get some Royal Spartans, it seems. Oh, I thought he was going to go flank around there, but it looks like the Iberians just come off the wall and stopped him from doing that little flank at the right moment. That was actually kind of crucial, was that little attack there. Really nicely done. Yeah, Carl the Axeman here, going to block that spot now, and I imagine that is going to be the bread and butter of this Armenian army, really. Just Carl the Axeman, which is exactly what it seems to be. We do have an Iberian Scorpion back here. I always forget Scorpions are brought by both attackers and defenders, it seems. And they're really good at chipping away at defenders and attackers. To be honest, like just troops that are just passively waiting in the back lines. The Scorpion would just shoot over and just start chipping away and killing them. Like the Greek Scorpion out here is probably doing exactly that for like Armenian and Aravaki troops that are waiting to go into combat. And they do rack up. I mean, this one's got 15 kills. It's not done much, but they do rack up like 100 plus kills. But they do it quite silently, quite passively. Something that I might think to try and bring in, like siege battles maybe in the future. I don't know. But I am in no way as good as these players here on the show today, that's for sure. I feel like when I watch these sieges, I go, wow, I would get absolutely destroyed by these players. It probably would be the case. Spartan youths still going in against these Iberian swords. They're losing. No surprise there. A spear unit trying to push on a sword unit is really tough. I mean, that's why Sparta is a +3 like point faction. It's a really tough faction to win with. It's gonna be tough to see how they do here, but there'll be a reason why they picked it. I mean, I imagine it won't be just be on sheer points at Chimeria. Chimeria's chosen to pick this. They will have had a plan, I hope. Or at least I hope they have. For breaking through. And also another thing I've seen while we've been playing on these, sort of like, I've not been playing them, but watching these sieges, they always seem to go for the same choke point. Whatever the team, it seems like there's always a strategy, always a meta for where to attack. It's this corner, it seems, is the best place to attack to try and break through on the siege battle. But there you go, the Royal Spartans are technically through. They could actually press on. The risk is, obviously, they could get flanked here. Carl the Axeman kind of have got in behind them a bit here. And it looks like anyway they're going to have more Kali Axemen engage. Yeah, they don't seem keen to sort of break in, push into the city. They look like they're wavering already. Look at this, Kali Axemen down to 56. I don't think this is a fresh unit. But yeah, they are not looking good. And yeah, Sparta is making good pushes here. I wonder whether the sheer armor of the Royal Spartans here is just too much for like the Axemen to try and break through. I really don't know. Yeah, Kali Axemen losing decisively. Look at this. Yeah, the Royal Spartans are winning like decisively there as well. Wow. Yeah, major push here. The Kali Axemen are getting focused down here. I think this is from the Steppe Archers, yeah, outside the walls, and the Cimmerian Heavy Archers here as well. Doing some serious damage to these Kali Axemen before they even get to combat. Yeah, I mean, the Steppe Archers only 30 kills. Yeah, actually, none of these Archers got an insane amount of kills, but they are doing some good work. More and more Aravaki troops going into the breach here. It's hardly at the breach anymore, I guess. They pushed on quite a way. Yep, now I was going to literally about to say, well, I don't know why a unit's not gone through this choke point now, but literally, as I say that, the Spartan News are going through, and they're going to, they could either rear charge all these Iberian swords if they wanted to, or they can push on, which I don't know if it's the smartest idea. They really need a secondary unit to go in here, like the Cimmerian Noble Infantry. Send them in and get a nice rear charge off. It looks like the Spartan News will go for a rear charge here. Really, they should get those Cimmerians in just to take the rear of the Spartan News, make sure they don't get rear charged themselves. But it looks like it doesn't matter. The Kali Axemen have been routed there, surrounded and killed. And I think it's the same with the Iberians as well. They're about to rout here as well, and they are gone. And yeah, this gate is looking like a real problem here for the defenders, really. Balance power, though, is still in favor of the defenders, I'd say, ever so slightly. But I feel like quality of infantry right now is with the attackers. Like the Spartans, and I imagine there's Cimmerian like noble infantry as well, those like spears that they have, are just going to be too strong at the moment. The Spartan Youths seem like they've just come out of combat, sort of, but I don't know if they're really in their phalanx anymore. And yeah, they look like they've turned around. This is going to be 3 kills here for the Aravaki player. Yeah, they are losing decisively. And here we go, yeah, more Spartan Youths going in down here. Again, these Kali Axemen, look at this. They've been focused down. Quite a lot of them dead there. Like, if you're getting shot at, just retreat your troops. There's no point in having them, like, just die while, like, for free. Looks like we're going to see some Steppe Spears and some more. It looks like Royal Spartans get thrown in as well. So yeah, they are really setting in all their elites. I mean, Sparta, I imagine, has just spammed out these Royal Spartans, and that is it. Yep. That's all they've gone for. The Spartan hoplites are good, but the Royal Spartans are even better. We've got basic Helot Archers. We've got some Cretan Archers as well. Helot Javelinmen. More Cretans there as well. Yeah, really spamming out the Archers as Sparta, actually. It's working, you know. They're actually killing off a lot of these lightly armored Iberians. We've got the Iberian slingers here as well, trying to duel the Helots. They're doing okay. How are these? I wonder how many kills these Spartans are getting. Royal Spartans 70, 362. Oh boy. Yeah, the Cimmerian Noble Infantry are getting in there now. They're trying to flank around. They've done a really good job there. They can get in behind these Kali Axemen and try and threaten that flank. They have also opened up this breach point here, where the Cimmeria just sends a couple of infantry units that way, just tries to open up that front. You can also maybe go and deal with this Slinger and Scorpion unit over there if you wanted to. There we go. We're going to see a clash here, and it looks like slightly better troops here. Scutiari now from the Aravaki going in. They're slightly better than those Iberian swords we've seen before. And the Cimmerian Noble Infantry are losing. They are getting shot in the back, I think, from these elite Persians. And also the maybe the Scorpion over there. And we've got Scutiari. Oh, there is actually plenty of stuff in this breach point. I think Cimmeria maybe was listening to me and thinking, let's go for it. But there's Kali Axemen waiting here to defend that point. And it looks like we're going to see a counter-offensive here by Armenia and by the Aravaki, and they're going to try and take out these Cimmerian Noble Infantry. Yeah, balance power, I'd still say with the defenders at the moment. I still think the Spartans and the Cimmerians making steady progress. Yeah, Sparta proving it can be used on the attack, like, fairly effectively. Some of these Spartans get some good kills. This one's nearly at 200 kills here. They do well. They do well. I mean, I guess if you can break in, you can play defensive from there on. Let the attackers, let the defenders kind of like counterattack you, and then you can use that excellent melee defense to your advantage. The Cimmerian Noble Infantry here, yep, being sent back in. They are about to die with only a mighty 50 kills to their name. Not looking good at all for that unit. So yeah, it looks like Cimmerian did change their minds. They're not going to go for an assault over on this side just yet. I'm guessing they're thinking one too many like choke points is not a good idea. The Step Spearmen here, they are losing as well. Spartans are still holding on. The archers seem like they're being less and less effective recently. And it does seem as though Sparta's running out of reserves. He's got one unit outside the walls. His general's already in. Whether that's just to boost some morale, I don't know. Also, strangely, Cimmeria brought noble horse archers as their general. Maybe just because they're cheaper, but I feel like they're not going to be very useful in this scenario. I don't know. We'll see, though. Cimmeria's still got some decent spears, but not like 3. And he's still got like a light spear as well. But yeah, again, attacker's kind of running out of support here. The defenders seem like they still got a decent amount back here. More Iberian swords, Kali Axemen, lots of archers back here as well, whether they have ammo. Yeah, they got their bows out. That's always a good sign. Iberian swords. I mean, they're not like good stuff, but there's just a lot of it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a quality over quantity sort of battle here. The Spartans are getting jabbed inside by the, you can see like right behind them, you have Kali Axemen jabbing them. It looks like more Aravaki troops coming in here now, and also some hillmen, and they're really descending on this poor Spartan unit. They really want to take it out. Cimmerian Noble Infantry as well, forming phalanx, dealing with the Armenians. Oh my gosh, look at that volley onto the Armenians. That was brutal. That sent it instantly into a wavering state. Now advance, boys. Push on. Take advantage of this. The Spartans are starting to die because of that retreating Armenian unit instead surrounding them. See who breaks first. Will it be the Kali Axemen or will it be the Royal Spartans? My money's on the Kali Axemen. I feel like that Cimmerian unit might have pushed through a little bit, but maybe not actually. It looks like the Armenians are breaking, so that's fine. Good sort of push is certainly taking place over here, I feel like. Done a lot of good work here, have the Royal Spartans and the Cimmerian Noble Infantry. They can push on into this next street. They're then on to the final point, which will be huge. Or can they just push around it and start to encircle these units over here? That would also be a decent move. And would probably help like kill off a good amount of like Aravaki troops here. But yeah, those Spaniards are starting to waver. The Scutari, they haven't done too much in the way of damage either. Only 20 kills. Eesh. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, they're not going to get huge amounts of kills to the defenders, but they're just going to keep chipping away at these Spartans. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you include the general left. The Spaniards. And the general's actually getting shot at from some way. He's lost nearly 60 men for that. I think they're shooting on the elite Persian archers though, which is not a bad idea. Just try and weaken that general down. If you kill him, then there's a lot of morale loss for the attackers. And the Spartans go in here against the Kali Axemen. These Kali Axemen again losing. They're just not good enough, it seems, even though they're like the melee attack. Well, actually, they're slight better as the Royal Spartan melee attack. And they have better armor, like 105 to what, 75, yeah. So I guess they are super heavies, which is insane. But yeah, they're just gonna I would have still thought the Kali Axemen would be able to, you know, like on a charge, get a decent amount of kills, but maybe not. Maybe not. Now it seems like Kimura is sort of taking over as like the chief assaulter here as he brings in fresh troops. We also got step archers over here. They're also supporting in that fight, shooting those Kali Axemen. So key are your archers in a siege battle. I mean, you can't really see. Let's get rid of the foliage. Yeah, you can just about see that fight taking place over there, and the step archers shooting through the trees and into that fight. Very nicely done. Archers can really make a battle, even though this one might have been fairly well, not one-sided, but I think the Spartans would have won anyway. But it just makes it so much easier for the Spartans to just have support like this. Just shoot into the side of them. Weaken those Kali Axemen. Okay, Cav, yeah, it's the... Oh, we have a sally out! So I was not even paying attention, I guess. Maybe neither were the attackers, because, yeah, these noble blood cavalry here, they're going to get in. They're going to sally, well, they're sallying in, I guess, now, trying to take out these Cimbrian heavy archers who do have spears. Yeah, they nearly got Cimbria's general here. And what is this, a Royal Cataphract Gen here. It's going to probably try and get out of that combat. And the noble horse archers, I think, will try to avoid being engaged in too long. And yeah, the noble blood horse also getting out of there. There you go, yeah, the sally out. I don't know how effective that really was. Don't know. They might have killed some units off here, but not many. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 6 and... I can't even see the general anymore. That's how quickly he disappeared. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that sally out was very effective.
Yes, Commander.
And it's not looking good anyway. Yeah, there you go. You can see general's got 80 kills. I guess it's a bit better, but still not great. And it's not looking good over here. We have archers defending against, well, the spears right now. Keep poking away, spearmen. Well, not spearmen, they're archers. I keep thinking that. But they have got spears, so useful. Might need to send some of those swords in, but I feel like balance power now, it's shifting. And yeah, it's not looking good. It's looking like it's going more and more in favor of the attackers. Royal Cataphracts here are starting to die, charging into super heavy spear infantry like the Royal Spartans. Will do that to you. And yeah, you can see here, horsemen falling left, right, and center. And now the Royal Spartans can push on to this final assault. I mean, this one's healthy. You only lost 14 men. They've killed nearly 150 themselves. Might want to start thinking about sending those noble fighters forward as well. They are very nasty. 56 melee attack is nothing to be sniffed at. It could do a lot of damage to something, but it won't save the battle, I don't think. They're going to need like a general kill or something like that, but pretty soon. I mean, the Noble Cav down here, they're routing a couple of units, these spear units anyway. Kind of a win, but they're going to run into heavier spears here. And this is where they'll die. Getting shot in the back as well by archers. It's a painful way to go. Yeah, those step archers up here doing a good job. Very nice. And yeah, I don't even know how many kills they got. 92, not great really. If they really wanted this like a sellout to work like that, they needed to keep the attackers outside the walls for as long as possible. But instead, for the first time in a long time, saw the defenders inviting the attackers inside the walls, like getting them deeper into the city. It could have been a good strategy, but it didn't work out in the end. Yeah, they got Scutiari now being surrounded. They're not going to get too many kills from that. Looks like they're going to have to turn around these Cimmerian noble infantry as it was the charge from the Iberians. You know, the Aravaki here not giving up. But it's a very desperate counter-attack here. Trying to save those Scutiari. And those Iberians are wavering at 144. And I think we're about to see a mass rout here. Yeah, noble fighters, they're starting to waver. As is that general here. Yeah, army loss is starting to take effect. And I think that is going to be a huge victory there. A 9-point victory for the Cimmerians there. So well done to the Cimmerian chosen team. They've done an excellent job here. And yes, Valenius was right. Is going to have to come back in their attack and try and get some points themselves. Maybe they should be doing a Cimmeria Sparta duo. It seems like it's not a bad duo. There you go. I think that's the final unit of break, and that is the battle. A costly victory for the Cimmeria and Sparta team. And we'll end the battle and have a quick look at the end results. Anyway, so this was sent in, I think, from Rogel Dawn's perspective. So thank you very much for sending this one in. 209 kills from the Cimmerian heavy archers here. 203 with another one. Yeah, all these like step archers and Cimmerian heavy archers are doing well. So yeah, very, very nice. The Cimmerian noble infantry here, 239, the best one got, and still really healthy as well. And then here's Ballista getting 111 kills. Then we have Destro playing as Sparta, 103 kills as Greek Scorpion. Like I said, these guys silently just get kills. Still not too shabby there. 192 kills with the Cretan Archers. The Helot ones getting 150 kills. 261 actually with these two Cretan Archers, even better. Royal Spartans here, 390 kills. 207 with another one, 215. Yeah, some solid kills there with the Royals. The Spartan users there, you know, just like the meat shields, really. Then we have Reckless playing as the Aravaki player. 216 kills with the Scorpion. Again, like I said, these guys get steady kills. Very useful actually to bring. Most of the Iberian swords, and it seems like a Balex thing, is not getting great kills, unfortunately. 85 looks like the best of these Iberian swords. Scutiari doing a bit better, 153 kills. But yeah, again, kind of just getting overwhelmed there. He just brought numbers. Nothing really of great quality. Thik Uzin playing as Armenia. Nearly getting 100 kills with these Royal Cataphracts here. 136 with the Elite Persian Archers. 90 kills with the Hillman. His Kali Axemen, which he brought, like, were his bread and butter of his army. 131, the best of the bunch. Yeah, really struggled to break through that, I feel like, superior Spartan armor. But there you go, guys. That is today's matchup. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to go and check out the other content creators, by the way, that are covering the tournament as well. They're all doing different groups, so you see different teams, different strategies, potentially as well. And so yeah, definitely check those out. I'll leave a link for those in the description, along with my Discord and the Total War League Siege Discord, if you want to get involved in the next Siege tournament, which I'm sure will be starting fairly soon after this one. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.